Welcome to Institute of Quality and Reliability. Hi, this is Hemant.
ANOVA Part-2 One-way ANOVA on Excel using sum of squares. Before watching this video, we strongly recommend viewers to watch our previous video on ANOVA. Link to this video is provided in the description of this video. In our ANOVA Part 1 video, we have explained that analysis of variance ANOVA is used to test hypotheses about differences between two or more group means. The null hypothesis in ANOVA could take a form like H0 colon mu1 is equal to mu2 is equal to mu3, while as the alternate hypothesis is given by H1, any of the means is different than other means. In one-way ANOVA, we make two estimates of the population variance. One, variance between, that is sigma square is equal to n into sigma x bar square. This comes from the standard deviation of the group means. And the second, variance within, which is the average of the variances within groups. If null hypothesis H0 is true, these two will be nearly equal. To test whether these are equal, we perform F-test. Now, in this ANOVA Part 2 video, we will see how to perform ANOVA by partitioning sum of squares. We will also see the same one-way ANOVA illustration that we saw in video Part 1, but we will now be using sum of squares. We will also demonstrate how to use ANOVA table and its interpretation. We will consider the same application example that we have seen in ANOVA Part 1 video. Consider that there are three different types of motorcycles in a particular range of horsepower, and an auto magazine wants to compare the fuel economy of the three motorcycle models per kilometer per liter of petrol. The evaluation team decides to take 3 samples of each bike and test it on a road that is generally level and does not have much traffic. The team also decides that the rider should maintain a speed of 40 km per hour. This is to ensure that these uncontrolled factors do not affect our conclusions significantly. After completion of the runs, following data is collected. This is the data of the three motorcycle makes, and we will analyze this data using partitioning sum of squares. Is the difference between the mean fuel economy of the three makes significant at 95% confidence level? It is convenient to use method of partitioning sum of squares to perform ANOVA in more complex situations. Total variation in data around mean can be quantified as total sum of squares, usually denoted as SST. SST is the sum of square differences between each value and overall mean. It is given by summation of square differences between each value and the grand mean or overall mean. This is also the numerator in variance formula. In one-way ANOVA, we separate the total sum of squares SST into two parts. Part 1, sum of squares between groups, that is SS between, and sum of squares within groups, that is SS within. So SST, total sum of squares, equals SS between plus SS within. We now use Microsoft Excel to perform calculations. It is customary to tabulate the results of ANOVA in what is known as ANOVA table, which has got columns of source, and for one-way ANOVA it has got total, between and within. Then we have sum of squares, degrees of freedom, mean square or variance, F calculated, F critical, and the p-value. Let us see how to populate these values. First we will calculate the total sum of squares, which is the squared difference between each value and the overall mean, but we therefore need to calculate the overall mean, which is equal to average of all 9 readings. which equals 43.111. We will also need the group means to calculate sum of squares between. So let us calculate the group means. And the group means are 46.00, 41.33 and 42. So let us first calculate the total sum of squares, wherein we have the square difference between each value, that is 46 minus the grand mean 43.111 bracket square. But since we want to copy this in absolute way, we put $ for the cell, and then we can copy all of them, and the sum of this is the total sum of squares. So this is 54.89. So the total sum of squares is 54.89. Now we calculate the sum of squares between. For this we will use the second interim table, and for this we have to subtract the grand mean from each of the group means. So let us do that. Equal to group mean of A minus grand mean bracket square. But while doing this, we must select $ for the 7 for the row here, and $ for the grand mean for both E as well as 7. And now I can copy this, and I can copy this, and the sum of squares between is the total of all this, that is sum of these 9 readings, and that works out to be 38.22. As the total sum of squares equals sum of squares between and within, the within sum of squares is just the difference between total and between, and that is 16.667. Now let us add the degrees of freedom. The total is, obviously there are 9 readings, so the total degrees of freedom is 8. For between there are 3 groups, therefore the degrees of freedom for between is 2, and obviously the difference between these two will be 8 minus 2, 6 degrees of freedom for within. Now mean square is just sum of square divided by the degrees of freedom, and this is only calculated for between and within, but I can do it for the total one also. So the total variance also I can see, although I don't need it. Now the F calculated is the ratio of between variance to within variance as explained in ANOVA Part 1 video. So I'll just use the F calculated as 19.11 divided by 2.77, which is 6.88. We will use F distribution applet from University of Iowa. Nu1 is the numerator degrees of freedom, which is 2, and Nu2 is the denominator degrees of freedom, which is 6. And you can see the shape of the F distribution. Now we put X is equal to 6.88, which is the calculated F ratio, and you can see that the P value is 0.028. We can also use tables of F distribution, which can be downloaded from our website www.world-class-quality.com. This is the table of F distribution, but this table is with alpha risk of 0.05. So we can scroll down to look at the next table, which is for alpha risk of 0.1. We further scroll down to see alpha risk of 0.05, and in this table you can see that the numerator degrees of freedom, we want to use 2, as there are 3 groups and 2 degrees of freedom, and the denominator degrees of freedom is 6, and for these 2 parameters the F distribution value is 5.14. So we add this value to the applet as X is equal to 5.14 and see that the area to the right is 0.05006. We can adjust the third decimal to exactly see at what value it matches with the alpha risk of 0.05, that is 5.143. So the exact value of F distribution is 5.143, corresponding to alpha risk of 0.05. Since F calculated of 6.88 is more than F critical value of 5.143, we must reject null hypothesis and conclude that at least one of the means is significantly different compared to others at 95% confidence level. The F distribution and the p-value calculations can be made on Microsoft Excel also. Let us see how we can do it on Excel. And the F critical value, we know we had calculated that in first part as 5.14, 143 to be precise. We can also calculate the p-value, and that is equal to F dist right tail 6.88, degrees of freedom 1, that is numerator is 2, degrees of freedom for denominator is 6, and that's it. That gives us a p-value of 0.027996. We have seen the interpretation in part 1, and as this p-value is less than alpha risk, we must reject the null hypothesis. We can also say that the F calculated is greater than F critical, for which again we have seen in part 1 that we must reject the null hypothesis. Microsoft Excel can perform one-way ANOVA directly also using an add-in which can be invoked using the data command and then click on the data analysis. However, you need to install the Microsoft add-ins for using this command. So click on the data analysis. You can see all the available tools here. Select the one-way ANOVA or ANOVA single factor, and then input range is the table that we are using for the data. And here you must choose labels in the first row. Alpha is 0.05 grouped in columns. You can either choose output range as the same sheet or new one, and then you can say output range is okay here and just say okay. So you will immediately see the ANOVA table here. Of course, and you will find that the total sum of squares matches with our calculation within group and between groups. Degrees of freedom also match, the mean square values match, F ratio matches, the p value matches, and F critical also matches. So you can use this command in case you want to use directly without any calculations. Usually ANOVA is performed using software like this. In this video, we have explained how to perform one-way ANOVA on Excel using sum of square calculations. We have also explained how to use Excel add-in for one-way ANOVA to quickly perform the analysis. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you found it worth watching. Please subscribe to Institute of Quality and Reliability channel if you want to watch more videos on reliability engineering, Six Sigma and statistical quality control. Click the subscribe and bell icon for getting intimations on the future videos.